What's up YouTube? It's your boy YUGIOH bringing to you my Altergeist deck profile. Alright guys, let's start off with a monster. We play first our 3 Meluseek. Meluseek is going to be the one that brings out our multi-faker a lot quicker first turn. You link it off with Link Karibo and you get multi-faker to your hand or any Altergeist monster that you have in your deck to your hand, just in case you're missing like a Marionetter or you may need like a Konkiri or Silk. But traditionally you would like to play Meluseek at 3. Also, cool effect. Whenever you this first of all, this Meluseek can attack your opponent life points directly, and when you do, you can target one card on your opponent's field and then send it to the grave. So definitely a must 3 for this deck. So 3 Meluseek. Following up, we also play 3 Marionetter. Marionetter is going to be a very good first turn play as well, just in case you don't have Meluseek in hand. So what Altergeist Marionetter does is whenever this is normal summon, you can set an Altergeist trap card from your deck to your hand. Very good because you're not adding it to your hand, so you won't get Ash or anything like that. Or Droll, But also, a secondary effect of Marionetter is that whenever you have another Altergeist card, so not monster card, you can send that to the graveyard and pretty much Monster Reborn another Altergeist monster that you have in your graveyard. So let me double check on that. Yeah, send that card. Actually, you can target one Altergeist card you control and one Altergeist. Yes, so and yeah, it doesn't have to be a monster, just making sure. So also this is gonna be one of your I guess big beater card on your deck. So you typically want this pointing down or underneath a Hexia. So typically that's gonna be the main play. So three Marionetter for sure. The card that makes this deck a lot faster is going to be multi-fakers, and we're gonna play 3 of them. You have to. This gets your plays going. Once again, you can get this from Altergeist Meluseek, or you need to get it from your protocol. Pretty much whenever this guy gets special summon, whenever you activate a trap, you have the ability to special summon this card on the field, and when you do, you can special summon one Altergeist card from your deck to the field. Typically, you want to special summon out Silk. What is his name? Silkutus. I'll call it Silk. So you can bounce a card that's on your opponent's hand. It's very this card makes the deck fun. This card makes the deck viable, in my opinion. That can compete with today's meta. We then play the 2 Silk. This is a very good ratio. I mean, typically this is very standard. You don't want to draw this into your to your hand. You wanna get this out off of multi-fakers effect. Essentially, it's like a compulse evacuation with any card. So whenever multi-faker gets summoned, you then summon this guy and then bounce multi-faker back to your hand and bounce one of your opponent's cards. Also, secondary ability is whenever this is sent to the field to the graveyard, you can target one Altergeist trap card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So you can loop out your your protocol or your manifestation. So definitely a 2 of Silk. Finally, the last Altergeist monster that we play on this deck is going to be your big booty Konkiri. This and Silk combination is pretty awesome. So essentially, what this Konkiri does is whenever your opponent declares an attack and you control our Altergeist card, it doesn't have to be a monster. It could be like an Altergeist protocol. You can then special summon this and negate that attack. So it has that battle fader effect, and also you have the ability to negate a card on the field, as long as it's faced up. So cool. It's not a hard once per turn. So if you have like a silk out, you can you negate the attack, and then you can activate silk's effect, bounce this back to your bounce Conqueror back to your hand, and you can send one of your opponent cards to their hand, and then whenever they attack again, you can continue looping. So you definitely want to play this. I love this. I love this card. I'll never take this out in this build for sure. We do play a series of hand traps. We play the two, Ash Blossom. It's self-explanatory. You need hand traps to combat the meta. So you have your two Ash, your two Drolls. In my opinion, these two are going to be one of the best hand traps at this format. You can definitely substitute it, your Ash with Effect Veiler if you want to, but if you have them, please, play them. And finally, we do play the two Ghost Ogres, just in case you need to get rid like a monster off the field, or you need to get rid of, like, for instance, like diagrams, or you need to get rid of Lost World, or any problematic continuous or a field spell out there, or also just in case you want to get rid of like a problematic monster. Altergeist monster aren't that strong, so their whole scheme is pretty much disruption, negation, and making your opponent not play Yu-Gi-Oh. But whenever they summon a big monster and they activate effect, you can then Ghost Ogre. That's why I like playing Ash, Ghost Ogre, and then your Droll and Lockbird for your 6 hand traps. And finally, we play the Gameciel, one kaiju, just in case there's like that problematic monster that you can't get rid of. Like, for instance, they have like Falcon, they have like a Tyranno or something like that, something too big to deal with. Nothing Gameciel can't handle. Also, what's so cool about it is whenever you get your Silk and then you have Gameciel on the field, and let's say you can bounce it, so you can activate Silk, you can bounce Multi-Faker to hand and bounce that. Since it's your monster, originally that goes back to your hand, so you can loop it, and you can reuse your Gameciel again. So definitely one Gameciel. That's it for our monster lineup. We're gonna move on and talk about the other cards. The only spell that we use, we don't really need any spell because we play a lot of floodgates, like what was that? Fragrance and Imperial Order. That's why we don't really need it. I don't play what do you call it? Pot of Desires, because I want to, I do utilize, a lot of my cards. I hate my cards being banished. We do play 2 Pot of Duality. Going first with Marionetter or anything in general, this just makes you, dig deeper, anything that you need in the deck. So I love Pot of Duality. Ratio is 2. That is just perfect for me. That's it for the spell. So let's move on to the big chunk of this deck, is going to be your traps. The trap cards makes this deck run. It makes your Multi-Faker live. It makes your Disruption live. So let's go ahead and showcase you my trap lineup. Let's start with the Altergeist, Altergeist theme, trap. We play 3 Spoofing. It breaks your hand, man. Once per turn, you can shuffle one other Altergeist card from your hand or face up on the field. Shuffle that, put that in your main deck, shuffle it, and then add 1 Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. Nothing really much to say about it, but it unbricks, it makes your hand nicer, I guess. So definitely a 3 personal spoofing. The Call of the Haunted is going to be Call of the Haunted theme. Altergeist is going to be your manifestation. Also, whenever this goes to the graveyard, you can definitely banish it and target 1 Altergeist trap, maybe another one of this, or maybe a protocol, and then grab that and put it in your hand so you can reuse it. So definitely a 2 of Also, you have your silk, so just in case your silk goes to the graveyard, you already use one of these, you can grab this back to your hand. So you only need two, honestly. We only also play two protocol. Essentially, during the activation of the effects of your Altergeist card, activated on your field cannot be negated. Also, so cool, whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, you can send one other Altergeist card you control and then negate that activation, and if you do, destroy it. I love sending my Meluseek to targeting my Meluseek with a protocol, so I can plus some more. So definitely a two of. That's it for your Altergeist themed trap cards. Let's move on to my supporting traps. We play 3 Torrential Tributes. Torrential Tributes, whenever you have once again multi-faker, and then you successfully use Torrential Tribute. After resolution, you can then special summon out multi-faker and any of your Altergeist card, and then go off from there. So definitely a 3 Torrential Tribute. A lot of people search this nowadays, so 2 Mind Crush is a must on this deck. I love Mind Crush, especially once again everybody's searching. You go ahead and hit that Mind Crush. Go ahead and snipe those cards from their hand and their deck, and then go off on multi-faker. I love it. You can play 3 if you want to, but I think 2 is a very good ratio. You see this a lot. We play a small Solemn Brigade. We play 2 Strikes and 1 Judgment. I just love saying no to my opponents. I mean, there's really nothing to it, and yeah, there's really nothing to it. I believe the best trap or the best card in a format against Trickstar, against anything meta, really, like anything that uses a lot of the greens, using a lot of the spells. You play that Imperial Order. You set up Imperial Order against Sky Strikers. You set up Cyber Dragons. Anything. This is a blowout card. In tandem to that, once again, I hate you're gonna play Fragrance. We're gonna play 3 unless they banned it. This, and then your multi-faker, your multi-faker Selkies combo keep on bouncing. It nets you so much that you're gonna be so ahead of the game. And whenever you see this, typically it's GG, it's game. So definitely a 3 anti-spell and then 1 Imperial Order. Lastly, last of the continuous trap is going to be Rivalry. You only need 1. It's pretty good against decks that goes through their extra deck a lot. I do like Rivalry of the Warlords. And finally, to run out this 42 main card deck is going to be Waking of the Dragons. This is very, I don't know if you call it spicy or anything like that, but once they hit this, you know how they always side in, your opponent always sides in, back row hate. If they hit Waking of the Dragon Lords, go ahead and deal with that, buddy. Good luck. That's it for my main deck. Let's move on to my extra deck, I guess. The only thing that you really summon here, honestly, is going to be your 2 Hexias. Hexia, essentially, it requires 2 Altergeist monsters. That's really easy to summon, but it gains the attack of whatever you're pointing it to. So for instance, you summon 2 Hexias, that's gonna be 3k. This guy's gonna be 3k, right? And then let's say you summon out Marionetter on the side of the other guy. Dude, that's 3,000, that's 31, that's 16. That's, I mean, they're fairly weak, but man, it adds up. It definitely adds up. So the effect of Hexia is that every single time or once per turn. Is that once per turn? When no, it's not once per turn actually. When a spell trap card on the spell or trap or effect, they change the wording. So let's say they have a continuous, let's say they have Dragonic Diagram, it's already been activated, and then you pull this out and they're trying to activate it, you can then negate and destroy that, which is crazy. It's a quick effect too. You can tribute 1 Altergeist card it points to. It also synergizes very well with with the Call the Haunted manifestation, so you can do another negate. And then point two, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. This and then also it's also whenever this leaves the field, you can then add Altergeist card from your deck to hand, which is pretty dang awesome. So definitely a two Hexia. The other thing that you summon is going to be your Link Karibo, and then your Meluseek, so you can get your what do you call it, your multi faker to your hand is very very clutch, very very important. Also the attack negation as well, is just disruption. It's pretty nice, not negation, like it pretty much, because you make your opponent's attacking monsters to zero. So definitely those really are the only thing that you really summon. I mean, this the rest is going to be up to your preference, honestly. So I play one Kadolga, right? One Kadolga. You play your Wine Prime Banshee. I play with a glare. I play the one Akashic Magician. I played the Ningritsu Topologic Transmania. Pretty good against True Draco. Pretty good against a mirror match or anything back row heavy. So that's why I play it. The grown man card right here, Borlo Dragon. There's nothing to say about it. You can out anything on it. And just in case, I actually do summon this a lot, quite a lot, especially if there's a like a Falcon on the board or anything that's so big that I can't get over it, and I'll just summon to my Marionetter. I play Utopia and Utopia Lightning just to beat something over. So moving on, we played that one Gagaga for game, one Abyss Dweller against Goki matchup. We play the your Black Rose Dragon, because you do play your level 3 tuner hand traps, and then you got your Marionetter, so just in case you want to nuke the board. And finally, the God card, Ultimate Falcon. So that's alright, guys. That was it for my extra deck. Let's move on. Finally, for my side deck. On my side deck, I play two cherries. Two cherries, and then this is whatever you want to put. I do put your Isolde. I do for your Goki matchup. You can also put Firewall if you want to. There, once again, on the extra deck, you have a lot of flexibility, so you can do whatever you want with it. I'll play my Kagari and then my Hayate. You can put ABC, you can put dark. I mean, anything that you like. So this is just like essentially for target for my cherries. For the going second side is going to be my Dark Hole. You're gonna play your Rageki, Kaiju Slumber, and then a small Kaiju package, Gadaria, Kamungus, and also remember that you still have your what do you call it, your Gamma Seal on your main board. And finally, we play your Wing Dragon or Bros Sphere mode, just in case you play against Spiral Nightmares or anything link heavy like Gokis. So I like playing those these cards. Also going second, we not going second, mirror match or anything trap heavy like Paleozoic or what do you call it, the freaking True Dracos, man. We play two red reboots and also wiretaps. Other than that, that is it for my deck profile. I hope you guys like it and enjoy. Please comment. Tell me about your thoughts on my deck profile. Please give me any insights of what I should add or anything like that. But anything other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Kuya YGO. See y'all later. Bye bye.